from James Place, and we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place, and we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
It's nice. There you go. There you go.
Oh, yours. Something going on with yours.
There it is.
You ain't got any internet in here.
Nah, that's why it won't hook up yours. And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place. And we're talking,
Barbershop Talk.
yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at James Place.
Barbershop.
We're talking.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk.
When nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk. Barbershop talk.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk Live. We're live at Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Thank you for tuning in to another special edition of Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to say it again. Thank you for tuning in to Barbershop Talk Live. Thank you for supporting Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, another special show we're going to do tonight. As you can see, I'm sitting in by myself because I got some stuff I want to get off my chest. I want some stuff that you need to know about. So again, before I go any further, again, I got to keep saying it because I thank you supporters. I thank you sponsors. I thank you prayer warriors. I thank all of you guys that have been sticking with us for these last 12 months, watching Barbershop Talk Live, supporting it, praying for it, and just encourage us to keep going, and keep going. So listen, what we're going to do tonight, we're going to do something a little different than we normally do. We normally have somebody sitting in the hot seat having the questions answered to them. They ask me questions. We get into a good conversation about who they are, what they got going on. But tonight, we're going to do something different. We're going to do what we call the best of 2024 Barbershop Talk Live. Yes, I said it, the best of 2024 Barbershop Talk Live. What that entails we going back to some of the past guests, talk to some of those guests, highlight the interviews and conversations we had with some of those guests, get to know those persons just a little bit better, and also give you our listeners, you our supporters, a chance to go back and watch those particular episodes so you can catch up for the episodes that you didn't get a chance to watch, and also just inform yourself of that person, his views, her views, just get to know that person just a little bit better. So listen, what we're going to do tonight, again, is the best of 2024 Barbershop Talk Live. I enjoyed those conversations with those past guests. I know you did, and I pray that you did. Again, we ask you to continue to watch Barbershop Talk Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube page, our Facebook page, and just keep supporting what we're doing. We're going to try to keep giving you great information, great guests, great information, make the place comical, informative, exciting, and just informative and education. So again, keep watching Barbershop Talk Live. So what we want to do before we get started into our conversation during the best of 2024, I got to continue to ask for the support of our sponsors, and who I'm referring to is Demetrius Johnson. Demetrius Johnson right here in Augusta, Georgia, a company called Beverly's Body Butter, Whip, Senate, Shea Butter. She's all over the CSRA. She's all up and down the highways doing what she has done for her products and for yourself also. If you want to get in contact with her, give her a call at 706-564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. Whip, Senate, Shea Butter. She has all kind of flavors. She has coconut, peach, mango, Island Paradise, Tropical Paradise, Strawberry. You have a TikTok? She has a TikTok. Hit her up on TikTok, which is Melon Queen 1976. Again, that's my good friend Demetrius Johnson. We're here in Augusta, Georgia. Beverly's Body Butter, Whip, Senate, Shea Butter. Also, CSRA, don't forget about my good friend Alan Odom. Alan Odom is also right here in Augusta, Georgia, a company called Pond Maintenance. We're here in Augusta, Georgia, that specializes in demolition, tree removal, pond maintenance, and also just cut your grass. Call him also at 706-294-8493. That's 706-294-8493. My good friend Alan Odom, Pond Maintenance. Call him. Call him quick, like they say. Again, you would not be disappointed in the service or the price. Again, that's my good friend Alan Odom, Pond Maintenance, Augusta, Georgia. Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. Support those persons, support those businesses, and again, you will not be disappointed in your service and the price with those two companies right there. Again, Beverly's Body Butter, Alan Odom, Pond Maintenance, Demetrius Johnson. Again, now listen, before we get into our conversation again, I want to say tune in, like and subscribe to our Facebook page, call a friend, call a coworker, call a neighbor, and also call your enemies. Tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, what I want to do, I want to start off with our first guest we had, one of our memorable guests. This person, again, if you don't know who I'm talking about, get to know this person right here in Augusta, Georgia. Good friend of mine. I met him not too long ago, and we had him right here in the hot seat. Right here in the hot seat on Barbershop Talk Live. I'm talking about my good friend, P.J. Ware. P.J. Ware, a company here in Augusta called Kitchen Kings. Kitchen Kings, he was here talking about his company, talking about his business. And again, he has a restaurant that is crazy. I'm somewhat excited. Good food, good atmosphere. I was kind of hesitant before I went in there and had me something to eat because I didn't know what to expect. Because sometimes when you go to these different businesses, you can have a little stigmatism. You know, you hear about stuff. But when you go in there, Kitchen Kings, the atmosphere is inviting. The atmosphere is delightful. And also the food is great. We had a conversation about Kitchen Kings, who he is, what he's got going on. And what you realize when you talk to a person like PJ, it's different. It's different. Humble and different. And one of the questions I asked him while he was here is what it takes to be successful. What it takes to be successful, being a black business owner right here in Augusta, Georgia, in a restaurant, and I asked the question, what does it take to be successful? And he clearly said, you have to be committed. You have to be committed in whatever you're doing, whatever your craft is, whatever your business is, whatever your goals are, you have to be committed. So his answer for being a successful business person, first be committed to what you're doing. First be dedicated to what you're doing. and also be serious about what you're doing. And another question I ask them, I say, what did you do for the commitment? And you say, first of all, you have to get the right people around you. You have to get the like-minded people around you that has your same vision, that has your same thoughts, that has your same ideas. And once you get around people like that, no matter what you're trying to accomplish, no matter what you're trying to do, you'll be committed and you will be successful. So again, my good friend PJ Ware, right here in Augusta, Georgia, company's called Kitchen Kings. I urge you, I'm telling you, please, man, please, sir, go by and support him. Go by and support him. I especially love the oxtails. I love the oxtails. I like man, he got so many different food items from the oxtails to the chicken to the fish. So the gumbo, the shrimps. I mean, it's a whole menu of different items that you can choose from. And again, not only that, but the atmosphere is inviting. So when you walk into the door, the people were glad to see you. They would sit you down. I mean, the TVs, the sports channels, everything that's going on. So Kitchen Keys, PJ Ware, Augusta, Georgia, the guy's got his hands in a lot of things going on in CSRA. He's giving back to the community. He's letting people know that he's serious about the community. He's serious about his business and wants you to be aware that he is committed to be successful and encourage you also to be successful, whatever you do. So Kitchen Kings, my good friend, PJ Ware, right here in Augusta, Georgia. I urge you to go out, check him out, support him, just to see what he's doing. Again, you would not be disappointed. Again, PJ Ware was right here in the hot seat on Barbershop Talk Live. I enjoyed it. So again, if you get a chance to go back and watch that particular episode, you'll find out a whole lot more about PJ that you didn't know, I didn't know. Again, go back and watch that episode again. Also, one of the best of 2024 Barbershop Talk Live guests was in the hot seat, my good friend PJ Ware. Also, listen, if you didn't get a chance to watch my other good friend that was on Barbershop Talk Live, again, we are talking about the best of 2024 episodes where people come into the hot seat, get to know that person, see who they are. We get to know them just a little bit better. I'm talking about my good friend Patricia Poland. Patricia Poland was in the hot seat, and what she does is so simple, but it's so complicated, it's so complex. You need to be what she's doing and see what she's talking about. And what she had to talk about when she came on Barbershop Talk Live was so simple: a caregiver. Caregiver. Patricia was here letting the CSRA Barbershop Talk Live world know that she is a caregiver. So what is a caregiver? A caregiver is a person that puts that special touch on a person that she's committed to, caring about, overseeing. And she also told us the 3 things that you have to do or have to possess to be a caregiver. There's at least 3 qualities that you have to possess to be a caregiver. And I didn't know this. I did not know what the 3 qualities was until she brought it to our attention again. Go back and watch this episode. It was a thought-provoking episode, a mind-blowing episode, because she's committed. So the 3 qualities that you got to have to be a caregiver: first of all, you've got to be dependable. You have to be dependable to be a caregiver. Being dependable is always accessible to that person's need, always taking care of what that person needs at the time, and not only taking care of that person what they need, taking care of the person what they don't know they need. So being dependable is one of the qualities that you have to be a caregiver. So make sure you're dependable if you're going to be a caregiver, to taking care of family members, co-workers, neighbors, friends. Make sure you are dependable. Another quality that you got to have, the number 2 quality that you got to have to be a good caregiver: compassion. You have to be compassionate. You have to have some level of compassion. You have to be compassionate, because when you put yourself in the category to be a caregiver, again, there's a lot that goes on with that. Somebody has to depend on you. They have to depend on what you do. You have to depend on giving them food, bringing them medicine, just sitting down talking with the person. So it's a lot of compassion that you got to display to be a caregiver. So again, dependable, compassionate. If you are not compassionate, don't try to be a caregiver. Don't get into that caregiver role, because if you are not compassionate, taking care of that person, again, their everyday needs and everyday wants, you are in the wrong line of work. So I encourage you to make sure, search yourself. Be sure that you want to be a caregiver. Again, now the 3rd thing Ms. Patricia told us about being a caregiver, that one of the 3rd qualities that you got to have, you better be trustworthy. You have to be trustworthy. To be a good caregiver, first you have to be compassionate. You have to be dependable. And you need to be trustworthy. What do I mean when I say trustworthy? You got to be trustworthy. Can somebody trust you? Can somebody depend on you? Can somebody rely on you? Being a good caregiver, again, dependable, compassionate, trustworthy. When I say trustworthy, it's just simple as that. Because again, if that person is trusting you to take care of their financial needs, their health needs, their physical needs, they got to trust you at all times. They got to be knowing that you're going to have their best interest in mind. So if you're not trustworthy, again, don't get into the role of being a caregiver. It is so complex. There's a whole lot going on. So make sure if you want to be a caregiver, as Patricia told us, dependable, compassionate, and trustworthy. So those are the three qualities that you have to be a good caregiver. So Patricia, all those souls told us that being a caregiver never ends. Being a caregiver is always, being a caregiver is just in you. So being a caregiver, you have to know your role. So make sure that you're a caregiver, you have at least those three qualities. And also, while we was talking with Patricia, she told us 3 F's. She gave us the 3 F's of a caregiver. The 3 F's, and again, I didn't know about these 3 F's till we had this conversation. So please, ma'am, please, sir, go back and watch the episode where we had Patricia Poland talking about a caregiver. But there are 3 F's that you have to be a caregiver. Also, one of the 3 F's that we was talking about is faith. You have to have faith to be a good caregiver. One of the 3 F's she said again is faith, because again, when you get into that role of being a caregiver, your faith has to come from somewhere. You got to have faith from on high. You got to have faith that what you're doing with that person, with those organizations, with those people, you got to have faith to keep going. So remember, one of the 3 F's is have faith. Another 3 F that she told us about, as again of being a caregiver, the 3 F's is family. You got to have some dependable family working with you, depending with you, consoling you, encouraging you. So remember, the faith and the family. Family is very important to being a caregiver. So please, man, please, sir, again, 3 F's. Those are the 2 F's to make sure if you have the faith and you have a good family circle, being a caregiver wouldn't be a problem. But don't forget about the 3rd F. Don't forget about the 3rd F. The 3rd F is very important also. The 3rd F we talked about is family. Family, and the 3rd F, is friends. Friends. You got to have faith, you got to have family, and you need to have some friends. Those are the 3 F's that we talked about dealing with Miss Patricia Poland. Again, the friends is very important because sometimes you just need a break. You just need a break of being a caregiver. So sometimes you need to call upon some friends to help you out. Sometimes you just need to get a break, get away. So those friends that you rely on, that you can trust, they can come in and pick up the slack where you have to just get a break sometimes. So again, the 3 F's, faith, family, and friends. So please, man, please, sir, make sure you exercise and have those qualities of being a good caregiver. Those are the 3 F's. Make sure you have some family, make sure you have some faith, and you got to have some friends in your circle. Again, those are qualifications of the 3 F's and also the qualification of a good caregiver. So again, go back and watch that episode where we talked to Miss Patricia Poland talking about a caregiver. Again, as she said and I said, and also my good friend Gerald Wilson has said, caregiver never ends. From the young to the old, you are always a caregiver. Sometimes you might not see yourself as a caregiver, but you are always caring for those persons, caring for those people in your family, and sometimes just co-workers, neighbors, or church members. So please, ma'am, make sure you're a good caregiver. Make sure you're a good caregiver. Listen, also back in 2024, when we're talking about the best of 2024, we had some more person that came into the hot seat of Barbershop Talk Live, and they enlightened us. They have really enlightened us on their career paths, their jobs, their goals, what they do for the community. And if you go back and look at this particular episode, you would not be disappointed also. I'm talking about the 3rd person that we had come on Barbershop Talk Live is also a good friend of mine, Pastor Richard Peoples. Pastor Richard Peoples. He's the senior pastor of Faith Outreach right here in Augusta, Georgia. 2 locations, one in Helsingborg, Georgia, and another is on Columbia Road. A good friend, Pastor Richard Peoples, was right here in the hot seat. Right here in the hot seat, again, Pastor Richard Peoples been preaching the word of God for many, many years. He's been up and down the highways. He's been all over the country, all over the world, preaching the word of God. So again, he was in the hot seat, had a great conversation with him, got to know him a little better, got to see him a little better, got to see him in a different light. Again, Pastor Richard Peoples, the church is on the move. The church is on the move. The church is moving, and they are in the right direction. So I urge you, again, go back and watch that episode. We have Richard Peoples that was on, and we talked to him about his wife and also the love for the church. I mean, the conversation we had with him, I know, and you should know that he loved his wife so much that, again, it's a great union that they have, great organization that they have formed with the church, with the LLCs, a lot of stuff they got going on with Faith Outreach. And if you can find a pastor that really loves his church and really loves his wife, you got a good pastor to follow. So I urge you, again, my good friend, Pastor Richard Peoples right here in Augusta, Georgia. Faith Outreach Church is really on the move. And if you go back and watch that episode, there was a conversation that we had with him that was very informative, very educational, very enlightening, and also very comical. There was a question posed to Pastor Peoples. We had a caller call in. I don't know if there was a caller or I asked the question, but the question came out of the blue. As you know, when you watch Barbershop Talk Live, it is always live. You never know what can and will happen. And it got to the point where we had a great conversation. So I felt the question could come across the floor. And the question was, Pastor, you always everywhere. You always on the go. You always got so much going on for the city, for the community, for the church. The Barbershop Talk Live world just wanted to know, do you and your wife still have sex? The question came across the floor. It wasn't my question. You know, sometimes the people want to know. So the people want to know, and the pastor stood firm in his belief and stood up and said, yes, we do. I said, I'm good to go then. If he said we do, no more questions asked. So sometimes to give a know with Barbershop Talk Live, it can go any kind of way. So listen, you don't get a chance, you didn't get a chance to go back and watch the episode. Pastor Richard Peoples, Pastor of Faith Outreach, again, was in the hot seat on Barbershop Talk Live, and we talked about any and everything. So I encourage you to, again, watch that episode. Watch that episode. It's a great episode, great information to learn. Again, if you get a chance to go by Faith Outreach, stop by the 1 or 2 locations, sit in and again, get the word. Get the word. The word is coming straight out of the Bible. No alteration of the word. I enjoy myself when I do go by there. So again, please, man, please, sir, follow Pastor Richard Peoples and also Faith Outreach Church. Again, there are 2 locations right here in Augusta, Georgia. A lot of different things they're doing for the community, for the city. Be a part of it. I urge you to do that. Again, you will not be disappointed. Barbershop Talk is always live. Listen, if you want to get into this conversation, you want to call us and just enlighten it or just make a comment on some of the people I talked about thus far, you can also do that. Call us at 706-426-1533. That's 706-426-1533. Remember, that's a call-in line. I'm on the hot seat by myself. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see what your thoughts and what your ideas are. Call us and just tell us what's on your mind. We want to talk with you, just understand where you are and where we are. And we hope and pray that we're doing something for you, enlighten your night, give you a good information to hear, and good way to talk about what's going on right here in the CSOA. Again, we are doing tonight, if you just joining us, tonight we are doing the best of 2024 Barbershop Talk Live. We're just talking about some of the guests that came on and sat in the hot seat just to understand where they are, what their views are, and who they are. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the show particular live, those are some of the episodes that we're highlighting tonight. And I urge you to go back and watch it again. So again, call us. You want to get into this conversation, 706-426-1533. That's 706-426-1533. But listen, before we go to our first commercial break, I want to bring one more person to your attention. If you didn't get a chance to watch this particular episode, I encourage you to go back at your leisure. I'm talking about my good friend, Don Clark. Don Clark, right here in Augusta, Georgia, running for City Commission Board. He was very successful in his run. It was a great campaign that he ran, great successful campaign. Him and his wife was all over the city, passing out flyers, shaking folks' hands. You know, as they say, kissing babies, shaking hands. They was doing it all. Great message that he was bringing to the city, with the change he had to do and what he wanted to see change in his area. So again, go back and watch that particular episode. Don Clark, as he ran for commission for District 5. District 5. And if you go back and watch that particular episode, huge following. A lot of people came out to support what he had to talk about. He actually shot right here in Barbershop Talk Live, and he probably had about 30 people came with him. 30 people. We had to knock down a couple walls and move a few chairs around and bring everybody in and sit down comfortably what he brought in to folks that supported what he did. So again, that particular episode was a great episode to enlighten us on what his ideas was and what his views was. So if you go back and watch it, one of the questions that we talked about and one of the ideas we mentioned was leadership. Leadership. Leadership, in my opinion, determined the destiny of its followers. Again, leadership determined the destiny of its followers. That being said, what you want to do, you want to make sure you have good leaders that you are following, because if you have good leaders and the leaders and the followers are following the leaders and their destiny, their leadership is correct, your path to success is no problem. So what we're talking about, again, leadership determines the destiny of its followers. So again, please, man, please, sir, go back and watch that particular episode. And one of the things I want to bring to a mention when we talked to Don, again, he ran for District 5 right here in Augusta, Georgia. and his motto was, let's thrive in District 5. Again, let's thrive in District 5. So no matter where I see Don at throughout the city, no matter where I see him at throughout the area, that's his motto. We're going to thrive in District 5. Again, Don will bring it home and make sure you hear that. We will thrive in District 5. So Don, I say, well, what that mean when you say thrive in District 5? We said District 5 is going to be on the move. District 5 is going to make some changes. District 5 is going to make some alterations. District 5 is going to make sure that everybody in the city know that we'll make changes for this particular city to put us in the position that where people want jobs, people want a safe environment, people want a safe community. You will see it in District 5. So he was making sure that I will let you know that you can count on me no matter what you ask me for, no matter what I can do. I'll make sure that I will put my best foot forward for District 5 and also the CSOA as a whole and the Augusta-Richmond County as a whole. So he was saying, make sure we're going to thrive in District 5 and we're going to spread that out to the whole, to the community. So again, when you see Don Clark, tell him he was on Barbershop Talk Live, and I say, I saw you thriving for District 5. So again, make sure that the leadership that you have will have the destiny of its followers. Leadership determines the destiny of its followers. So please, man, please, sir, I urge you to get a chance in your leisure time to go back and watch those particular episodes again. What we are doing, if you just joining us, we are highlighting the best of 2025 Barbershop Talk Live. We had a plethora of guests on particular episodes throughout the show, throughout the year. But we couldn't bring on everybody. We're going to talk about all of them. We're just going to highlight just a few. So again, what we're going to do now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. So I urge you to get in your spare time, write those names down. Write those names down for the person that I mentioned tonight. When you get a chance to go back and watch those episodes. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Like and subscribe to our Facebook page. Again, it's Barbershop Talk Live each and every Wednesday, 6 o'clock every Wednesday. Don't forget, if you want to be a guest, support us. Go to our inbox. We'd be glad to be a guest on Barbershop Talk. But for now, listen, we got a quick 2-minute commercial we want you to watch. We want you to look at what we got going on. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is my good friend, Teddy Moore, with a company called Epic Health and Wellness. Again, that's Epic Health and Wellness. Watch the commercial, watch the infomercial, great information he's going to tell you about. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Use the cream and put it on both knees. I'm telling you right now, this is an amazing product. I was less than 5 minutes. I was jumping up and down, moving side to side, and next thing I know it, hey, no pain.
I've been avoiding stairs, I've been limping when I'm walking and stuff. I put some of this cream on, and now I can walk with a normal stride. It's incredible.
I took some and rubbed it on my knee there. And I guess maybe about 5 or 10 minutes afterwards, my knee stopped hurting. And I said, well, hey, this stuff's pretty good here.
I don't have pains anymore. And I said, what is this beautiful product? And I can't wait to see it full-blown in action.
The first thing I noticed was that it was just a really cool kind of soothing sensation. And then within about maybe 10 to 15 seconds, the stiffness was gone. It definitely felt more loose.
I was feeling fantastic. I highly recommend it. I'm looking forward to share with everybody. This is incredible.
I just put some of the cream on my hip, and guess what? The pain is gone. This is gonna be a game changer for people. If you know anybody 40 or over, guess what? They got pains and aches, and we're gonna be able to help them. So it's for real, it works, and I just can't wait to get back home and help other people.
Eddie Moore, company called Epic Health and Wellness. I hope you had a good information that he was giving you. I hope you jot some information down. Hope you took some phone numbers. I hope you got a good photo memory to see what you had to see and make sure you understand what you had to understand. A good friend, Teddy Moore, Augusta, Georgia, Epic Health and Wellness. So listen, again, if you just joined us on Barbershop Talk Live again, we are doing what we call the best of 2024 Barbershop Talk Live. Did you hear what I said? The best of 2024 Barbershop Talk Live. Well, we got a chance to talk to so many different guests that come into what I call the hot seat. Great conversation, great information, great informative talk, comical talk, just a good old place to sit down and have a good old chat. So again, what we're doing, we're going back, highlighting some of those guests from back in 2024 that I know you just enjoyed yourself talking with, and I hope you will continue to watch Barbershop Talk Live again. That we're talking about the best of 2024. You just wait to 2025. It's going to get epic, epic. So again, my good friend Teddy Moore, Epic Health and Wellness. Thank you, Teddy, for showing the people what you got and what you offer. See you again. Barbershop Talk Live, we're back live. So listen, as I run down memory lane and try to test my memory, see what all we had to come on Barbershop Talk Live, another person that comes to my mind, comes to my memory is my good friend Jermaine World. Jermaine World. I'm talking about Jermaine World right here in Augusta, Georgia. If you haven't had a chance to meet this guy, please, man, please, sir, make sure you meet this guy. Stop him at the grocery store, stop him at the red light, stop him at the mall, shake his hand, get to know who he is again. Jermaine World, right here in Augusta, Georgia. Augusta Tech president. Jermaine is Augusta Tech president right here in Augusta, Georgia. This guy is putting Augusta Tech on the map. He is putting Augusta Tech on the map. Great leader, great person to be around. So I encourage you, listen, go back and watch the episode when he was on the show. Great conversation. I enjoyed just sitting with him and just picking his brain. The stuff that he's trying to do at Augusta Tech is amazing. The stuff that he's trying to put together at Augusta Tech is amazing. Some of the things that we talked about while he was on Barbershop Talk Live is a football team. A football team. You heard me correctly. Jermaine is trying to put together Augusta Tech football team. I couldn't believe it either, but yes, he's putting together Augusta Tech football team. So Augusta Tech will get on the gridiron. Augusta Tech will put on the pads. Augusta Tech will play football with the pigskin. So can you imagine Augusta Tech playing football? That's what he's putting together. So please, man, please, sir, watch what he's doing. Watch what Augusta Tech is doing. Watch the moves they're making. There's a lot of different things going on. A lot of wheels are turning. So listen, go back and watch the episode. We also talked about what he's doing for Augusta Tech that's almost unheard of. What am I referring to? The automotive program. Automotive program. They are putting together an automotive program right here in Augusta, Georgia, where you can learn automotives at a different level. I'm talking about learning automotives to the point where it's so affordable to go to class, it's affordable to go to school, and the learning that you will attain from the electric cars to the diesel cars to the diesel trucks. Automotive program, what they're doing right here in Augusta, Georgia, they are taking over the old Cadillac dealership right there on Walter Way and transforming that whole dealership into Augusta Tech automotive program. So I'm telling you, watch what's going to be happening the next few months. So again, Augusta Tech is putting together an automotive program right here in Augusta, Georgia. It's going to be crazy. So also, if you want to be an automotive tech, a diesel tech, go to the school, sign up again. Also, there was some more information that we talked about at Augusta Tech is on talking about dorms. They are trying to put together some dorms, on-campus living facilities right at Augusta Tech. They have so many acres of land that they just purchased, trying to clear off that land, and they're in the process of clearing that land off and making on-site dorms where people from all over the country can come to Augusta Tech, stay on campus, and they are putting it to the point where you don't have nowhere to go. Everything is on site. Everything is in the right direction. So again, Augusta Tech president, my good friend Jermaine World, is really, really on the move. And we talked earlier about leadership. Leadership determines the destiny of its followers. Leadership determines the destiny of its followers. So we're talking about a good friend of mine, Jermaine World, Augusta Tech president, leading the way. So again, please, man, please, I encourage you to go back and watch that episode. A lot of great information he had talked about. And I didn't know. Did you know? I didn't know that he's a Kojic. He's Kojic. Do you know what Kojic means? Church of God in Christ. This man, listen, off the camera, he shouted so much I had to turn off the doggone sound system. This guy's a preaching, dancing, piano playing Kojic man. Go back and watch the episode. You'll be enlightened. Again, Jermaine World, Augusta Tech president, had a great time, great conversation with him, and it was crazy. So again, best of 2024. Barbershop Talk Live, a good friend, Jermaine Worlds. We're here in the hot seat of Barbershop Talk Live. Great conversation. A lot of things he's doing for the Augusta Tech right here in your city. So please, ma'am, please, sir, no excuses. No excuses. No excuses. You want to be on the move. You want to be part of the move. You want to see stuff happen. Get in. Get in, as this old folks say, and as the young folks also say, get in where you fit in. Make some stuff happen. Again, put yourself in the position. Jermaine World, Augusta Tech president, on the move. Listen, also, I want to also enlighten your attention to another great guest we had on Barbershop Talk Live, Best of 2024. This is another guy that can't sit still. This is another guy that's always on the move. This is another guy that's everywhere. This is another guy that's in your face, visible as can be. Who am I referring to? You voted for him. You elected him. You made him the leader of your city. I'm talking about my good friend, Mr. Garnett Johnson. Yes, I'm referring to Garnett Johnson. And to tag it better, Mayor Garnett Johnson. I'm talking about Mayor Garnett Johnson right here in Augusta, Georgia. He had the chance and the privilege of mine himself to come on Barbershop Talk Live. Sit in again, what we call the hot seat, get to know the person, get to know his views, get to know his opinion, just to have a good conversation with him. So Mayor Garnett Johnson stopped by Barbershop Talk Live and sat in the hot seat. Great, great, great conversation. Great conversation. So again, get yourself together and go back. Go back and watch the episode. Mayor Garnett Johnson came on Barbershop Talk Live, and there was so many things that's going on in the city that he has his hand in, and he has his feet to the plow, his ear to the grind. A lot of things going on. And one of the things that we talked about when he was on the show is a mayor's vote. Mayors having the right to vote. Sometimes that was kind of controversial. Sometimes people, they went along with it. Some people were still kind of, not sure how it worked out. But again, the vote was in your hands, community. The vote was in your hands, Barbershop Talk Live world. You had the chance to vote. The people spoke. The vote passed. And now we have a city where the mayor does have a vote. So a lot of things that's going on in the city for the deciding of different issues, the mayor has a vote now. The mayor has a deciding vote. So again, Barbershop Talk Live world, if you didn't get a chance to vote, you can't complain. You didn't get a chance to vote, you have a way to talk about what's going on. So again, go back and watch that particular episode where we talked about the mayor having a vote. And also there was a question rose to the mayor. And the question was, are you tired? Are you tired? I didn't ask the question, Barbershop Talk Live world. You did. You asked the question, and the question refers to when we ask them, are you tired? You everywhere. You never rest. You always here. You're always there. So do you want a mayor that's visible, or you want what we call a lame duck mayor? Do you want a mayor that's always at the different events, always supporting what the city is doing, always trying to enlighten and always trying to encourage? Do you want a mayor on that level, or you want a mayor that's not visible, a mayor that's not approachable, a mayor that's not attainable? What do you want? And if you want what you want, you vote for what you want. You ask the person to do what that person needs to do for the city, for the community, and for your family and for your family's future. So again, the people spoke. The votes was cast. The mayor has a chance to vote. The mayor has a deciding vote, and if there's a tiebreaker, the mayor also has a chance to vote if there's not a tiebreaker. So again, the people voted, the people spoke. My good friend Mayor Garnett Johnson was here on the hot seat. Great information. I can't tell it all, but it's up to you to go back. Go back and watch that particular episode. Again, you will see what he's talking about, what his views are, what his goals are, what the plans are for the city in the next 3 to 5 years. So there are a lot of different things I want you to be encouraged about. I want you to be informed about. So go back and watch Barbershop Talk Live when a good friend, Mayor Garnett Johnson, was on the hot seat talking about all of the issues. All of the issues. So again, great information we had. So listen, don't forget, if you want to get into this conversation, you can still call me, 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. Conversation, no matter what, there's always a live conversation. Anything can and will happen. Listen, I want to also talk about another situation that we had come on the Barbershop Talk Live, sit in the hot seat. This person, again, has been known around this area for 12 plus years. This person has been known around this area for many, many years before he got into this world that he was in for 12 plus years. This person's been around the CSRA, grew up here, kids grew up here. So there was a situation where the person had a chance to come on Barbershop Talk Live again. You see him, I see him, we all see him. But sometimes when you come on Barbershop Talk Live, we see him in a different light. Who am I referring to? I'm referring to the person that you voted for years ago. I'm referring to a person that you know wanted to do what he had to do for this city. I'm referring to Sheriff Richard Roundtree. Sheriff Richard Roundtree. That's what I'm referring to. Barbershop Talk Live. If you didn't get a chance to watch that episode, please, man, please, sir, go back. Go back and watch that particular episode, because that episode was a great episode to sit down and talk with the sheriff, because when you talk with a person of that caliber, to sit in your presence and talk with him, it's a different atmosphere, because now what you have the chance to do, you have the chance to, again, touch that person, see that person, feel that person's energy, see that person's expressions, just to feel what that person's talking about, because when you're talking to an elected official, first of all, that's a different person that you have to talk to, because, again, when you're talking with a person that has your right-hand interest in mind, it's a different atmosphere. So I encourage you, please, man, please, sir, we had a conversation with the sheriff, and the conversation went a lot of different directions. It went a lot of different directions, and as you know, sometimes when you're in that particular role, you can't make everybody happy. You can't please everybody. Somebody like this, somebody don't like that. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of energies, a lot of attitudes, a lot of disbelief, a lot of encouragement. So there's a lot going on. So one of the questions that if you go back and watch the episode, one of the questions that we asked the sheriff that particular episode was, are you arrogant or confident? Remember, Barbershop Talk Live, I would never ask the question to the person, but all the questions that I ask the Barbershop Talk Live guests come from you. They come from you. So the question that was posed to the sheriff, Richard Roundtree, at the time when he was on Barbershop Talk Live, the question was, are you arrogant or are you confident? So let me explain that particular question. When you say, are you arrogant or are you confident, you saying, are you so arrogant that you don't have to make sure nobody is held accountable? You have to make sure everybody's held accountable. So you so arrogant that you don't have to worry about none of the issues that you're going on. So you have to let the people know that I'm arrogant to the point where I got the right staff. I got the right people in place. I got the right everything in place. It's fine. I'm good. Or you so confident that you don't have to worry about it because you just feel the people will do what they should do, and sometimes it don't get done. So the question that was on the floor when we had Sheriff Richard Roundtree on the show is, are you arrogant and are you confident? He said, I'm both. I'm confident that I get the job done with the people I have in place, and I'm arrogant enough to know that the people I have in place will get the job done. So that was a question that, again, Barbershop Talk Live just had to make sure that the person that's in this hot seat understand your views, your ideas, your ideology, whatever you wanted to do to make sure your point get across to the leaders in this city, in this area, to make sure that you are always protected, always secure, and you'll feel that that person has your best interest in mind. Barbershop Talk Live, again, that was a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, Sheriff Richard Roundtree. I encourage you to please, man, please, sir, go back again. Go back and watch that particular episode. Stroll to the YouTube page, stroll down on the Facebook page. If you get to that particular episode, you'll be enlightened on the conversation we had. Great conversation. We had a good time. We laughed, we played, we prayed. I think we even sang a song. I think he sung a song. Am I correct, DJ?
Yeah, he did.
I think he sung a song. He sung an old church hymn, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. Go back and watch the episode again. Barbershop Talk Live. We had a great conversation. A lot of things you will find out about that you didn't know. And sometimes we ask those questions to the guests. It's a simple question. Simple question. The question is so simple that we just want to know, what is it about Richard Roundtree that we did not know? And the question came across the table, and he asked a simple question. The answer to his question is, when we say, what is it about Richard that we don't know? He said, I'm just a simple guy. Just a simple old guy. I like to have fun. I like to entertain. I like to joke. I like to laugh. And I'm just me. When it's time to take off the sheriff role, which is really never a time, but during the time you take off I just like to have fun. And that was simple. That was a simple. So again, for the youths that don't know who he is, he's just a regular, simple guy, as we all are. Nobody's bigger than the other person. Nobody's special than the other person. Just a simple guy. We all just simple people trying to do simple things. So again, I ask you again, go back, watch the episode of Barbershop Talk Live. Richard Roundtree, Sheriff Richard Roundtree is on our show. Great conversation again. If you didn't know he could sing, go back and watch the episode when he's singing, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. Great conversation. I enjoyed it. Listen, I encourage you, please, ma'am, please, sir, you want to just make a comment on what I'm talking about, you want to make a comment on some of the persons I named, you can still call me, 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. You can still call me. We'll take your phone call. We'll take your comment. We'll take your question. It doesn't matter. Barbershop Talk is always live for you. Remember, I don't want to know. I'm good. Don't tell me. The people want to know. So whatever we're talking about, it's for the people. It's for the community. It's for you. It's for the Barbershop Talk Live world to have the conversation, to bring the issue to the front floor, to talk about what's going on. We want to know what's on your mind. Again, if it's on your mind, let's talk about it. We are always live for you. Listen, if you don't remember another person that came on Barbershop Talk Live, this guy's also, again, around the city, up and down the highways, everywhere, the schools, the churches, the community centers. He is everywhere, very visible. And again, you spoke. CSRA, you spoke. Barbershop Talk Live World, you spoke. You said you want to try this guy out. You want to talk about this guy. You want to see what this guy's talking about. You want to make sure this is who you want. So you had the opportunity to do this. So who am I referring to again, Barbershop Talk Live World? It was in your hands. You made the decision, the people voted, and the people spoke. Who am I referring to? Again, I'm talking about Eugene, Gino the Rock Brantley. Eugene, Gino the Rock Brantley. You spoke. You voted. And the world came out to the said that I will try this guy as being the new Richmond County Sheriff, the leader of the city. Again, we said earlier in our conversation, a leader determines the destiny of his followers. A leader determines the destiny of his followers. So again, CSOA Barbershop Talk Live World, you spoke. You said that you want to try out Gino the Rock Brantley. You said you want to give him the opportunity to be the sheriff of this city. You said it. You want to give him a shot. You want to give him a try. Again, the votes has been counted in. The votes been tallied, and to this day, we have a new sheriff in town. Gino the Rock Brantley is our new sheriff of Richmond County, Augusta, Georgia. And as you know, a lot of things been going on in the CSRA. A lot of things been happening in the CSRA. And right now we have a new sheriff, and there's some new news that just happened. New news that just happened. 100 new deputies has been sworn in real quick under his leadership. A lot of things, and from what he's telling me, a lot of things are going to be happening in Augusta, Georgia. A lot of new changes are going to be made in Augusta, Georgia. So I ask you, support what the new sheriff is trying to put together. Support what he's doing, follow what he's doing, and as always, make sure you pray. Make sure you pray for the leadership of Augusta, Georgia. Not only for the sheriff department, for all departments of Augusta, Georgia. Pray for those leaders in those different positions. Because again, nobody can do it by themselves. Nobody can do it by themselves. Everybody needs some help to do it by themselves. Again, when Barbershop Talk Live had Gino Brantley on the show, a few questions came across the table. A few questions came across the table. And again, I want you to go back and listen to this episode and watch this episode. A few questions came across the table. And remember, the questions come from you. The questions come from the community. The questions come from the people. We had a few questions come across the table. And one of the questions, just one of the questions that come to my memory when we talked to Gino, and I said, if you are successful, and you become the next sheriff of Augusta, Georgia, what would your first thing that you demand, and what would the first thing that you ask for? And you know what he told the Barbershop Talk Live World? He's going to ask for a pay increase for the deputies. He's going to ask for a pay increase for the staff. He's going to ask for a pay increase across the board. Barbershop Talk Live World, he said it right here in this hot seat on Barbershop Talk Live each and every Wednesday. So he told the people, if the Lord's will, and you as a citizens vote for him, and he become the next sheriff of Augusta, Georgia, Richmond County, he's going to ask for a pay increase for the staff, for the deputies, for the sheriff department as a whole. And to my knowledge, it has happened. 100 new deputies has been sworn in. The city is on the move. People are talking. People are feeling encouraged. People are coming from different areas of the area to come on to the sheriff department. So it has happened. And also, if it's to my knowledge, deputies has gotten a raise. Increases have been increasing. So I tell you, Barbershop Talk Live World, the people have spoke, you spoke, the sheriff has spoke. He's been elected as the new sheriff of Augusta, Georgia, Richmond County. And so far, what he said, he's keeping true to his word. He said he's going to ask for a pay increase. And as we know, the pay increase has happened. So Barbershop Talk Live World, again, keep supporting what we're doing. Keep watching who we're bringing on to the show, because we want you to know. We want you to know what's going on in CSRA and also Augusta, Georgia. So I ask you again, just go back, watch the episode, see what we talked about. And listen, there's another question that came across the floor. We talked to Gino, and it was a question because I didn't know. Again, go back and watch that episode. I didn't know that he's also a singing man. DJ, did you know he was a singing man?
He showed me.
He showed us all. He showed us all that he got a little tune in his heart. We didn't know. I didn't know. That's the good part about watching Barbershop Talk Live. You never know what can and will happen. So the sheriff was singing. I don't believe it. You got to watch it and see it. If you don't believe it, the sheriff was singing, the newly elected sheriff, Gino Brantley, right here in the hot seat of Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, and also another question came across the floor. The question was, I couldn't believe it. and it was true to form. It was true to form. Chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. Romans chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. Romans chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. You know what it says? He brought it to my attention. It says, God chooses the leaders. God chooses the leaders. Don't believe me. Don't believe what I'm telling you. Go look it up in the Bible yourself. Romans chapter 13, verse 1 and 2, it says, God chooses the leaders. So what he told me when he said that was, I'm already confident I'm going to win. I'm already know I'm going to win because God has chosen me to lead this city. God has chosen me to put this city in a new direction. God has chosen me to swear in 100 plus deputies. God has chosen me to put this city in a different direction because I want the city to feel protected. I want the city to know they're protected. I want the city to be encouraged. I want the city to be enlightened on what we're trying to put this city in a different direction. So God has told him that. Romans 13, verse 1 and 2, and it says, God chooses the leaders. So Barbershop Talk Live World, you chose him, you voted for him, and now is in place. So again, I ask you to continue to watch Barbershop Talk Live and Kingdom, watch the guests. Again, just go back. He's singing. The sheriff is singing. The sheriff is singing. We got singing sheriff in Augusta, Georgia. We got musical talent right here in Augusta, Georgia. So again, Barbershop Talk Live World, again, if you see Sheriff Gino Brantley in the grocery store, tell him to sing your song. I believe he'll do it. Tell him to sing your song in the grocery store. I believe he'll do it. So listen, again, we encourage you to keep watching Barbershop Talk Live. I enjoyed myself so far. And don't forget about 2025. Great guests going to be lined up to entertain you. Great guests going to be lined up to encourage you. Great guests going to be lined up to let you know that we are in your corner. Do we care for you? We want you. We pray the best for you. So again, 2025 is kicking off. 2025 is going to be crazy. 2025 is going to be informative. 2025 is going to be educational. 2025 is going to be a little funny. But that's Barbershop Talk Live. You never know what can and will happen. So again, we're talking about everybody that came on Barbershop Talk Live. Again, that's the best of 2024. PJ Ware, Kitchen Keys right here in Augusta, Georgia on Gordon Highway. Patricia Poland, a caregiver. I'm talking about this lady cares for you. She cares for the community. She cares for the people. Again, please, ma'am, please, sir, in your spare time, go back and watch these episodes that I'm referring to. Go back and watch those persons that I'm talking about. Again, get to know them just a little bit better. Also, don't forget about my good friend, Pastor Richard Peoples. Pastor Richard Peoples, again, that's Faith Outreach Church in Augusta, Georgia. Him and his wife loves the church. Him and the wife loves each other. Him and his wife loves the community. Him and his wife loves the whole makeup what God is trying to do for this world. Him and his wife still have sex. Barbershop Talk Live again. Keep watching Barbershop Talk Live again. Faith Outreach, Pastor Richard Peoples right here in Augusta, Georgia. Please, ma'am, please, sir, watch those episodes. Just go back. Just go back. Just as simple. Hit the rewind button, however you do it. Go back and watch those episodes. Don't forget about, we also had Garnett Johnson. Mayor Garnett Johnson was on Barbershop Talk Live talking to us about his views, his plans, and also having the right to vote. Having the right to vote as mayor of Augusta, Georgia. Historical moment, historical times we're living in, we're dealing with. Most mayors in your city don't have that right. Most mayors in your city don't have the privilege. Most mayors in your city don't have nothing to do with just sitting in and listening to what the conversation is about. But the mayor of Augusta, Georgia has a right to vote. So please, man, please, sir, go back, watch that episode, learn more about what's going on in the city, what's going on in the CSRA. I encourage you to do it. Also, we also had Jermaine World. Jermaine World was also on Barbershop Talk Live. I said before, a lot of big things going on in Augusta Tech. A lot of big things that's unfolding at Augusta Tech. A lot of big things that's coming to the area of Augusta Tech. Again, a football team. He's putting together a football team for Augusta Tech. Crazy. I'm talking about a football team for Augusta Tech. Also an automotive program he's putting together at Augusta Tech. Diesel mechanics, auto mechanics. It's going to be crazy. So please, man, please go back and watch that episode so you'll be enlightened on what he's doing for Augusta Tech. Also clearing out some land to bring housing onto the property of Augusta Tech. Dorms, living in dorms at Augusta Tech. So again, go back and watch it. Go back and look at the episode. And also just stop by the campus. Stop by the campus, get more information, or just go to the website, get more information. Great information to have, great place to learn, great place to become a leader of your community and also your generation. Please, man, please, sure, don't forget about watching Going Back. We're talking about Going Back. I'm also telling you to go see my good friend, Don Clark. Don Clark, again, right here in Augusta, Georgia, he had won the seat of District 5, Commissioner of District 5. And his motto is, again, we will thrive in District 5. We will thrive in District 5. District 5 will be the first place in his mind that you will see the major changes going on in Augusta, Georgia, to spread out into the other parts of the community, the other districts. But his motto is, we will thrive in District 5. So please, ma'am, please, sir, if you see Don Clark, tell him I saw you on Barbershop Talk Live and I enjoyed the conversation. I like what you're doing. I like where the city is going. I like where District 5 is going. So again, Don Clark, Augusta, Georgia's newly elected commissioner for District 5. Again, his motto is, leadership determines the destiny of its followers. Barbershop Talk Live again, please, man, please, sir. Again, I'm just telling you, go back. Just go back and watch these episodes. It's going to be some stuff you got to understand you will not know unless you go back and hear it for yourself. Barbershop Talk Live again. Listen, Sheriff Roundtree was here, and we closing out 2024 with, again, Gino "The Rock" Brantley. Your sheriff, you voted for him, you elected him to be the leader of this city, and to my knowledge, he's doing what you asked him to do. He's visible, he's around, he's accessible, he's callable, he's approachable, he's handshakeable, he even sang a song. So Barbershop Talk Live again, we want to thank you for tuning in to Barbershop Talk Live. It was a great episode. We talked to a lot of different people throughout the year. There were so many people we had a chance to talk to. We couldn't get them all on. We couldn't fit them all in. But that's your opportunity to go back and look at those episodes. So again, if you want to be a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, please, man, please, sir, you can just inbox me. We'll do our best to get you as a guest, or with a friend of yours, a coworker of yours, a family member of yours, maybe an enemy of yours. We'll get him to come on Barbershop Talk Live and be a guest and sit in what we call the hot seat. We'll get him to sit in the hot seat and get to know that person just a little bit better. And also, if you want to be a sponsor, you want to sponsor the episode of Barbershop Talk Live, you can also inbox me. We have sponsorship packages available where we can highlight your business, your program, or your event. So please, man, please, sir, just inbox us on Barbershop Talk Live Facebook page, or also my YouTube page. You can just inbox us and we'll make sure we'll support any and every product you're putting together, any program that you're putting together. So if you want to be a sponsor, we'll be glad to have you a sponsorship program to be a part of Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, next week, I can't believe this person has agreed to come on Barbershop Talk Live, so I'm asking you now, get your iPad ready, get your tape recorder ready, get your notes, jot some notes down, jot some questions down, because Barbershop Talk Live is going to start off 2025 with a banging guest, great information, great to know who this person is. So I'm telling you now, the guest of Barbershop Talk Live is none other than my good friend, Mr. Fonzo Williams. I said it, Mr. Fonzo Williams be the guest on Barbershop Talk Live next week. We're going to kick off 2025 right here in the hot seat. Sheriff-elect Burke County. Burke County's very own bird dog capital of the world. Sheriff-elect Alfonso Williams will be right here in the hot seat. I'm telling you, you better tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. It's going to be some stuff you don't know, and it's going to be stuff you thought you know. So tune in to Barbershop Talk Live. Great conversation I'm looking forward to having. Great conversation I'm looking forward to you to be a part of. So again, call us when you get a chance next week at 706-426-1533. That's 706-426-1533. Again, Barbershop Talk Live is always glad to be in your living room, always glad to be in your kitchen, always glad to be in your bedroom, and also on your smartwatch or your smartphone. No matter where you at, tune in to Barbershop Talk Live, like and subscribe. So I want to give you a quick rundown on what's going on in the few months to come. February the 15th. February the 15th, we are putting together my good friend DJ J. Will and Miss Lisa putting together, I'm talking about a grown and sexy party. Listen, more information about that to come, but listen, February the 15th at the Elks Lodge. It's going to be crazy, so listen, I said a grown and sexy party. February the 15th, the Elks Lodge. Get your stuff ready. Get your outfit ready. Make your hair appointment. Let's get ready to have a good time and support the cause. Again, that's February the 15th. My good friend DJ J. Will is going to be the man putting the entertainment together. You can call him also if you're looking for some entertainment. It's 803-215-3838. That's 803-215-3838. That's a good friend, DJ J. Will. He's the mastermind behind the music. He's the mastermind behind the sound. Make you feel good at this particular event. So please, man, please, sir, the grown and sexy, February the 15th at the Elks Lodge. Also, Miss Lisa's putting this event together. More information about that to come. So govern yourselves accordingly. Now, listen, don't you get off this airways yet. Don't you log out yet. Don't you go nowhere until I tell you what's going on April the 19th. I'm telling you, April the 19th, if you don't know nothing else, you don't go nowhere else, you don't do nothing else, you better make sure April 19th is circled on your calendar. I'm talking about the 70s party. Man, the 70s party. If you don't have your ticket right now, why? Why? Why you ain't got your ticket? Listen, the 70s party is already jumping off to be a great event for 2025. I'm talking about the biggest outdoor party you ever seen in Augusta, Georgia. So I ask the question again, why you ain't got your ticket? Listen, Troy Jackson, South Atlantic Band is going to be on the stage acting a fool. Listen, you know how Troy get down. You know Troy ain't nothing but a big old huggy bear. You better come out and see Troy Jackson and South Atlantic Band. Listen, I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. Who else on the lineup, John? Man, Tony Howard and the Motowners. You heard me. Tony Howard and the Motowners will be on this particular show on the 70s party. You know what Tony do. You know how they get out, so why don't you have your ticket yet? Man, I'm telling you, the 70s party is going to be crazy. So listen, you want to know who the headliner is? Who's the headliner of this 70s party? I tell you, since you keep asking who the headliner is, Lakeside. I said Lakeside going to be the headliner. Listen, Fantastic Voyage, baby. We're going to get down like we get down. Listen, please, ma'am, please, sir, I ask the question again. Why you ain't got your tickets? Why you ain't got your tickets to the 70s party, April 19th, Augusta, coming down on Broad Street? It's going to be, listen, I don't know. They told me they're coming. They already said they're going to be there. They told me that the fire department would be on standby because this place is going to be hot. Get your ticket to the 70s party at Augusta, coming April the 19th, 2025. Again, Troy Jackson, South Atlantic Band, Tony Howard and the Motowners, and we're going to cap this thing off. Got to be more careful with Lakeside and the Fantastic Voyage, acting a fool all the way in Augusta, Georgia. Listen, hosted by very own Selena Soul, Magic 100.9. She's going to be the host of this thing. It's going to be crazy. So I encourage you, and especially you, get your tickets. Go to Eventbrite. Get your tickets. And also, you can go to angeliccommunity.com. Get your tickets. You can stop by Crab King. Get your tickets. You can go to Cafe 209. Get your tickets. You can stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road to get your tickets. You can also go by Pat Place Barbershop on Peach Orchard Road. You get your tickets. And please don't forget about Sister to Sister, Tawana Dunbar. She got tickets right there on Dean Bridge Road also. Please, ma'am. Listen, Unique Candle Design. Unique Candle Design, they got tickets. Tickets are everywhere. No problem why you ain't got your tickets. Remember, why you ain't got your tickets? This, what we doing, I'm finna tell you what we're doing. Don't tell nobody I said this. We're doing a 2-for-1 special. You buy one, we give you one. You buy one, we give you one. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live, Angelic Community Resources putting this event together. So this is an HIV fundraiser that we're doing for the CSRA to make sure you know your status. Make sure you know your partner status. Make sure you know your family status. So the money we raising for this 70s party, again, we're going back into the community for Angelic Community Resource to continue doing the events that we put together, keep the community healthy, keep the community informed. So please, Mary, please, sir, the question is on the floor. Why you don't have your ticket? Why you don't have your ticket to the 70s party? You can get it. You can get it. You can get it. Stop by Jay's Place to get your ticket. So listen, I had a great time. Give you the best of 2024. I enjoyed myself, letting you know what we had in this hot seat last year. I enjoyed it, and I hope you get a chance just to go back and watch those episodes. Go back and listen to the sheriff sing. Go back and watch to the other sheriff sing. So we got some singing sheriff in Augusta, Georgia. So again, Barbershop Talk Live World, I enjoyed myself giving you the best of 2024. I hope you enjoyed the information I gave you, but I couldn't give it to you all in a short period of time. But go back. Go back. Remember, I don't want to know what you want to know. The people want to know. So it's all for the people. Again, Barbershop Talk Live. You looking for a DJ. You looking for a DJ to satisfy your DJ needs, your DJ wants, your atmosphere, and if we still doing the electric slide, call my good friend DJ J Will at 803-215-3838. That's 803-215-3838. Also, John Media. You want to get some sound, you want to get some audio, want to get some video, listen, call my good friend John Media. Go hit him up on Facebook. Hit him up on TikTok or just stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Those are the guys that make me look good. Again, John Media right here in Augusta, Georgia. My good friend Rob Prince, also in Augusta, Georgia. He's also connected with Faith Outreach. Great program, what he's putting together. Great business he has. I'm telling you, these people make me look good and also will make you look good. So again, Jay's Place Barbershop, we are here for the community. We're here for you. We'll be glad to see you next week. But don't forget about my good friend Alfonso Williams in the hot seat. Get your iPad ready, get your questions ready. We're going to have a great conversation with him next week. So listen, for now, we out of here. I enjoyed the conversation. We'll see you next week. Again, Barbershop Talk Live is always live. Tune in. We're looking forward to seeing you. We out of here.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from Jay's place. And we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, Barbershop Talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's place.
Barbershop.
We're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
At Jay's place.
Barbershop Talk.
where nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
At Jay's place. Barbershop Talk.
Everything's on the table.